gaming. I haven't been around for a while because I had to have surgery. Gosh dang it. Unhost. My auto host is working against me. Let me make sure the stream started real quick. Alrighty. That's a long delay. Alright, I like that. Oh boy. It just froze. I'm kind of worried now. My ping okay? That's a long delay. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. Anyway, welcome back. I'm starting a new game called Project Hospital, released October 27th. I was thinking about streaming it as soon as I got it, but I'm like, no, I want to wait, because I had surgery on the 5th of November. So I wanted to wait, and I wanted to play this while I was in the hospital having surgery. So when I was stuck in the hospital for a week, this is what I ended up doing. I ended up playing this game, trying to learn how to play it and stuff, and it's got a learning curve to it. But I've really enjoyed it. It's basically just like any other city building kind of thing. Oh, no. Gosh dang it. I forgot to do the options at the bottom. Let me redo that then. Come on. Main menu. I like the loading screen music. It's upbeat and like you just want to dance to it, which is probably not smart with me since I still have stitches in my stomach from my surgery. So the sickness that I've had for the last 2 years now finally was taken care of. I have to have 3 surgeries to get it done. I just had the first of my 3 surgeries to get taken care of. No, I didn't mean to do that. Gosh dang it. Well, that removed the tree. So let me get started with an entrance. I have some of this stuff prefabbed up. I was playing around on a test world earlier and kind of figured out, oh, what would be kind of a nice entrance to make and stuff. So some of the kind of complicated stuff I wanted to get pre-made, since on stream it would kind of take a while and it probably wouldn't be very entertaining to watch. And I take this out to 14, I think. I'm gonna take it to 13 and see if that works. Reception waiting. One more block. So anyway, the surgery that I ended up having was I had to have my entire colon removed, which is the large intestine. It was so scarred that it would never get better. And the only way I had of getting any kind of relief from the symptoms and stuff and the pain that I was having was to just get it removed. So unfortunately I got stuck with a colostomy bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I've only got to deal with it for about a year, and then I can get it reversed, and I should be back to normal and just be like anybody else. So I'm looking forward to getting that way. I've got a good amount to get started. I think I'm going to try to make the surgical side as well. Alright, 5, 6, 7. I might be able to make all 3. I'll see what I can get. So, when you're on the game mode, like when you're on play mode or whatever, they give you tasks on the left side over here to do. So the first one is opening the emergency clinic. So to get started, you go down here and you click on this one, which is emergency, which you've already got selected. And it puts us in management mode. And this is where you can draw out where you want your doctor's offices to be. I find the 5x4s are really nice sizes to go with. Just about anything can be fit into a 5x4 grid or something similar to it. So it helps me make a grid pattern, you know, it helps things fit a little better and not have a wasted space so much. So I'm trying to go with that. So instead of manually making every single one of these, I'm going to use prefabs. So I have one that's called generic office, which I modeled this after my my general practitioner's office, Dr. Newhouser. He is an awesome guy. He works in Kenton. With Kenton with a K of Ohio. But yeah, he's awesome. He's the one that sent me to Cleveland Clinic and helped me get on the track of getting better to begin with. So I owe, you know, me getting better to him, because every other doctor I've went to kind of just bounced me around. They didn't really want to do their jobs. They just wanted to try meds, and then when the meds didn't work, they're like, well, we don't know what's wrong with you. Sorry, you're on your own. Internal medicine, that's the one that I think he does. I think that's technically what his office is, internal medicine. I'm not sure, because the general practitioner I went to before, it was an internal medicine office. Internal medicine office is common diagnostic outpatient office. Yeah, it doesn't really say a whole lot. I'm pretty sure internal medicine is like just a general practitioner. So if I can get a male doctor over there, that's like a really good one, I'm going to end up renaming him to Newhouser. So let's get the pathways laid down. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see, what else needs to be done? Oh, the walls. We need walls around the clinic. So let's get the walls in place. I know it's not realistic, but I'm just going to leave that open for now. Well, actually, no, I can't close that, because I only have to remove 2 sections of wall. I'm trying to do this as cheaply as I can to get started. Just so I can kind of save some deleting of stuff later. So I think that should be all closed off. Alright, so now I gotta lay out the floor plans. So reception is where they come to check in. And I've already got this all pre-figured out. I had a lot of time in the hospital playing around with this, trying to figure out, okay, what is like the most efficient strategy to do this? Most hospitals, they'll have receptions. Like if they have a whole bunch of stuff going on, they'll have a reception for every office on like a different floor or something. Like the place I went, the reception was on the 5th floor, which I thought was so dumb. I understand why they do that. That way, you know, it's all together. But I find it easier, or at least in my mind, that as soon as you walk in the hospital, you can check in, let them know that you're there. Then you can get put on the waiting list. That way, by the time that you get upstairs and or wherever you're heading to, by the time you get to the office that has your appointment, they already know you're coming, you're ready. The wait won't be as long because you're spending your waiting room time walking there instead, so it doesn't feel like you're waiting as long. So I think checking in at the front would be nice. So I tried to get all 6 of these departments set up so you can check in at that front. So let me get a nurse. I need a receptionist, which is this one down here on the bottom. Not sure how easy it is to read the text. To be honest, even playing this on the actual game itself, I'm realizing I'm looking at the wrong screen. But anyway, I'm realizing that trying to read the text is a bit hard to do, even on the appropriate screen. So if I'm looking over this way, it's because I'm having trouble reading text and I'm looking at my bigger screen because I have it duplicated over there. Alright, I'm realizing the problem with my webcam. Let me move it. That should be a good place for it, I think. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm committed. Whoops, there we go. Alright, so let's get this office set up. We need one of these and one of these, which is a CRP scan and a audio meter. Audio meter? Yeah, huh. And then let's get the surgical offices set up, which they need the same thing. So the reason my generic template for offices don't have these equipments is sometimes different offices require different equipment. Like this one requires the same thing, but it also requires something extra. Some offices don't require... Oops. Well, dealy now. Let's move that over here. There. Gosh dang it. Okay. Gosh dang it, my head itches like crazy for some reason. Alright, so those should be operational. So let's go back to management mode and make sure those are all working. I'm realizing that this idea is not going to work. Why, oh why, is it cutting off the bottom part? Okay, I see. Transform, fit to screen. There we go. I'm like, why is the whole bottom part of my... Oh, I need stretch to screen, right? There you go. I'm like, why is the whole bottom part just missing? There we go. So anyway, I guess it wasn't showing up earlier. So anyway, to switch between the different modes, is in the bottom left corner. So we got emergency here. So in emergency mode, you see all the emergency related stuff. So let's hire some doctors. I like to try to get some pretty good ones. So let's see. This one's got 3 hidden perks, which we won't know what they are. We can spend 1,000's not bad. Let's spend 1,000. No, we better not. We don't have much to spend. So let's just go ahead and go blind into it. Maybe we'll get some good perks with them. Maybe we're not. So this one is fast, and it is a diagnostic genius. It comes with advanced diagnostics. The other one came with it as an anesthesiologist, which is this one. This one up here is also an anesthesiologist. Oh, we got another one down here. So resistance. And he's got 1 hidden perk. So let's go with this guy, Paul Rodriguez. I noticed that a lot of the times when I start the game, it's always a bunch of girls doctors. It's kind of hard to get a guy doctor for some reason. Oh, and this says we're missing some stuff. So we are missing a restroom and we're missing a waiting room. So the restroom's up there, and the waiting room is this in here. So it's just saying that we unlocked a new insurance provider, and they're going to send us 10 patients a day. So we got to make sure to make them happy. Waiting room. I'm going to go ahead and make... Whoop, actually, I probably should have not done that. Whoops. No, that's the wrong button. That's why. There we go. I'll do the waiting room for the X-ray stuff first. Alright. So there's our waiting room for the ER. Let's see, we need a waiting room for surgical. So let's put the surgical waiting room right there. We need to hire some receptionist for surgical as well, which we don't have any on the okay, the first 2 pages didn't have any. There's one. Oh, now we got 3 of them. Okay, well, let's see what they got. We got early bird and we got resistance. One's an alcoholic and he's slow, and the other one's a fresh parent, so they get tired faster. So this guy's actually pretty good. This is pretty good. Alright, so let's move on to the doctors. We need to get some surgeons. So, is there any males that are pretty good? Oh, yes. And we'll accept insurance from, what was it? Cheapo Care, I think is what they called it. So this guy is going to get himself a new name. I have no idea what my doctor's name was, first name was. So I'm just going to go with doctor. But my surgeon that actually worked on me, his name was Dr. Steele. And he was supposed to be one of the best in the department. Actually, he was the department head, so that works pretty nice. So now that we got Dr. Steele set up, let's make him the department head. And I forgot to make a department head for this. So what do we got? We got a level 4, a 5, and a 4. So let's make Linda, the level 5, our chief. And let's get to the rest of these doctors. So let's get a couple more. This guy was a anesthesiologist. This guy is an operative surgery. If the graphics look bad on Twitch, it's not the stream, it is just the game. It's still in development, but like the text and stuff's kind of small. I think it's just because my resolution that I'm using is kind of, you know, messing up stuff a little bit. I might take a break at some point and try full screen and see if that works better. It might, but I usually play in window mode. It makes this kind of thing so much easier to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Lisa, I think. Yeah, we'll get Lisa. She's level 4. She's got 4 hidden perks. Please hope, or let's hope they're not bad. Alright, this guy's got dirty feet. I cannot stand people with dirty feet. Diagnostic genius. But he doesn't come with advanced diagnostics. He comes with operative surgery. We won't find out what her hidden perks are until she works for a while, I guess. Alright, let's get them some doctors for this. Oh, we don't have a reception? What reception did I screw up? Oh, that's a reception I screwed up. It's not even there. It's totally missing. There. Alright, we need a receptionist. Good. Oh, we got one on the front page, but this receptionist is slow. I think I'm okay with that for now, but I might have to get rid of him later if we get more patients coming in. So what do we got? We've got MI surgery. We got an anesthesiologist. Let's go with Daniel. And this guy is a general practitioner, I believe is what they call him. So let's go with Jeffrey Newhouser, which is my real-life doctor. Is it? I think it's ER. There we go. He's slow. Sorry, Dr. Newhouser. I'll try to get you a better replacement later. But that was the only male that was available. Yeah, and he was a what? Anesthesiologist? Okay, so we need the IM surgery. What else we got? Oh, level 4. Or level 5. Okay. She's a 4. He's a 4. Okay. So, I think we've got that sorted out. Oh, we need a waiting room for this too. Okay. So I'm gonna put the waiting room for this up. No, I'll put the waiting room for this one right there. Yes, I know I unlocked another Normally what they like if you do it the way that they want you to, you'll only unlock one department at a time, but it just takes so long, and I just have it set so you can unlock all the departments at once at the beginning, and then you can kind of make it however you want. So ordinarily you wouldn't be making all 3 departments at once. You'd just be working in the emergency, and you'd have to do all the emergency quests, and then eventually you'd unlock surgery and radiology and stuff like that. I think radiology might be unlocked at the beginning, but it's so expensive to buy like MRI machines and all that kind of stuff. But this tactic is, I literally just discovered it, and it should get us snowballing pretty easily. I'm trying to fix my stream again real quick. Webcam. I'm realizing the webcam is still in the way. There. Alrighty. So let's get started. Oh, I guess I could put in the floors. I forgot to actually do the flooring. Let's do the flooring quick. I'm using standard white tile. I don't know what kind of flooring I'd want to use, but I definitely do want to use the wooden flooring for the offices. I think the wood makes it feel nicer. But if you did wood flooring all the way through the hospital, I feel like that would be not all that realistic. Because I'm pretty sure they usually have like concrete or tile flooring or whatever for hallways. Cheapo care. Alrighty. So now I gotta get set up to build a stat lab for the ER. So when I can get some money from this, I'm gonna end up building the stat lab. And I have a general idea of how and where I want to put it. Hey, hello. Tile or laminate, easier to keep clean. Yeah, I think the wooden flooring here is technically considered laminate. There's no clear diagnosis, so every so often you'll get one of these pops up. Alright, so what is the symptoms? We have abdominal cramps, intense cramps in the abdominal area, we've got diarrhea, and we've got fever. So, it's kind of, oh gosh dang it. I'm going to have to look at the screen to read it. 18%, 17, this has got the highest percent, but only by 1. Antibiotics, I'm going to go ahead with that one, since there's no clear way to figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and just go with that one as a guess. But we don't have an MRI machine or CT machine, or we don't have any of this other stuff down here that we need to really get a clear diagnosis. So we basically just kind of got to guess a little bit based on the symptoms. Here's another one that we've got. Alright, what has she got going on? Chest contusion. So if it's a contusion, we can use a numbing agent, but if she's got broken ribs, then we don't have a way to actually checking that because we don't have an x-ray machine yet. But we'll get one soon. So we'll send her on her way. $2,000. There we go. Treat 1 patient day at surgical department. Alright. Go to, let's see. Lyme disease has got a good 15% probability. Everything's got 14, so it's kind of like the same problem we had earlier. IV antibiotics, which I can't not administer that for who knows what reason. We can do corticosteroids. This is antibiotics. This is corticosteroids. Okay, so we've got 3 of these that all take corticosteroids. So if we pick one of them and give her corticosteroids, most likely she's going to get better, because 3 of the 6 illnesses work on that. But if we gave her something else, like the IV antibiotics or whatever, that would only fix 1 problem. This would fix 3, so we got a higher chance. So we'll see how that goes. And if they get the wrong diagnosis, they'll come back the next day, and then you can either decide to try it again, or you can send them to another hospital. All right. So what's this girl got? Ankle contusion, because we don't have an X-ray machine. Usually, I would say most of the time that you get a case like that, it usually is an ankle contusion. There's It's not usually a broken ankle or anything like that. So those are usually pretty safe assumptions. What does this girl got? Alright. Simple fracture, simple fracture, simple fracture, or arm contusion. Yet again, you know, x-rays are needed for all those, so we're going to have to just go with contusion. Objective Insurance Company. Okay, we got another 20 grand. So, I am going to go ahead and take a pause for the game and build our stat lab. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh gosh dang it. I had just finished an anime recently that I really enjoyed. I kind of just stumbled across it because it was on Verve as like a recommended thing. It was called Gate. And it was about like Japanese military. Like somehow they figured out a way to make a gate that just goes into like an alternate world, and like just kind of like the experiences of going there. And in the alternate world, they were like the medieval times kind of technology. So they were taking modern day tanks and stuff like that, and like the people there were just like overwhelmed. But it kind of showed like the politics and how that kind of went, of how they tried to have peace talks and relations and stuff like that. And it sounds kind of boring, but I actually really enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, so let's get a stat lab. I have... I got plenty of money. Okay. I have a pre-made stat lab. Generic lab. Yes, this is it. So this will come empty, so we're going to have to actually buy the stuff for it still. But it's nice, because then I can use this lab template for any lab. Because every department has to have its own lab, because... why not? I think it's so dumb. I think that if you have a lab for the ER, the surgery department should be able to use that lab too. Like, why do you have to have a separate lab just for surgery? That's one thing I don't really care for. If it makes sense if it's on different floors, like if you have it separated out, but like if it's easily accessible, then why not just have them use all the same stuff? I see that with what? Gosh dang it! I see that with wards and surgery too. Yeah, every section has its own wards and has its own surgery thing, and like I can understand like there's the observation ward and then there's a standard ward, but why oh why does it have to be separate? And I tried like making a ward for surgery, or making a lab for surgery and seeing if the ER would use it and vice versa. No, even the common rooms, like the break rooms that the people go to. The break rooms have to be different. So, I mean, that's the only thing I really have to complain about with the game. It's still in development, so maybe they'll change it. We can only hope. I'm going to put the sink over here, and then put the fridge there. And we need chair there, and computers. Need a biohazard bin. Alright, so that lab is officially created. I see that with... oh, I already read that. Okay. I'm going to fix this chat real quick, because I'm realizing the chat is not showing up very well. So let me... no, I don't want to do that. I just want to move it. There we go. I'm going to end up taking the time to get like a nice outline, or whatever they call it, like a frame for the video, and then I'll have like the text and stuff to the side, so it's not right over top of the game. I want to do that, but I haven't had a chance to do that quite yet. Now that I'm out of surgery, I should have a lot more time. Alright. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong window. So where was I? Oh, I was going to add the break room. common break room. Alrighty. So I need the little red flooring thingy. Break room, and then cleaning closet, I'll stick there. The cleaning closet's gonna need shelves. And it's gonna need these carts. Put some walls up around it. Add a door. I don't like this like random like 1 by 1 block area right here, so I think what I'm gonna do is just remove this. Oh, that's not the remove tool. This is the remove tool. There. This lab will just be a little bit longer than the other one, I guess. Just so it fits in a little bit better. I think it looks nicer. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, I need to hire a lab tech while I'm at it. So let's figure out a lab tech. Alright, well those two are slow. We don't want those. This one's fast. This one's a night owl. He'd be good if we had a night team going, but I don't have a night team because I don't have hospitalization yet. So we just got 20 grand from our insurance company because we made a lab. So that basically just paid for the lab that we just made. So that's really nice. All right, so let's get a corridor plumbed in over here. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to take it to there. So I'm trying to have this hallway back here be like just for personnel, so I'm having these restricted doors. I'm not sure if the patients actually follow the restricted door or not, like if they go through them or not still. But I have restricted doors there. I'm going to try to make it so like this hallway is just for like gurneys and stuff to go down. And then this hallway down here will be for patients. Same with this one here. And then the hospitalization I'm going to end up putting up towards the top up this way. But we'll get to that later on. So, what else do we need? So, we need a lab for this section over here as well. So, let's take this out to 12. Actually, no, let's take this out to 5. No, we'll need to take it out to 12 anyway. Alright, so take it out to 12. Add this hallway. Take this out 4 units. And then we'll take it out another 4 units. And we can get 2 labs to fit in there. So now if I go to over here, where's my labs? General lab. Alright. So this can be the lab for the surgical. And then this can be the lab for the internal medicine. And then I'll add the break rooms on the opposite sides. So we gotta switch to surgical, surgical lab, and then surgical common room. And then we'll go to the internal medicine common room, internal medicine lab. Yeah, this is like what I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make sense. Why can't they just share the space? I mean, technically they can. I don't have to have the walls there. I could just take the walls down, and they can just walk back and forth, technically. But you still have to have that section just for it, and every section has to have all the items in it. So, the walls aren't really needed, but just a formality. Okay, so what's this one missing? We need a stool analyzer. RA, whatever that is. A lab analyzer. We need microscope. Oh, I'm out of money. That's fine. Let's go ahead and hit play and get some more money then. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't remember if I hired a lab tech or not. Probably should have waited until tomorrow to hire that lab tech, because now I have to pay her for today, even though she did nothing. Alright, what do we got going on? We have diabetes, which requires insulin therapy, or we have interstitial nephritis. Never heard of it. But it takes the antibiotics. So let's try that first. Because if we have him get the diabetes shot, that's probably gonna be more expensive on him and his insurance if he's got any. The antibiotics would be a good way to see if that works or not. Oh, good, we got some money back. Okay, so let's finish the lab, and as soon as I finish this lab, I'll get the money to build the next one, which is awesome. As long as you learn like the system for like how to make this stuff, it goes pretty quick. But what happens is you get this initial like really fast boost in the game where you get all these things built, but you don't have anything to show for it. Like I don't have a radiology department, which is really important. But if I went to build the radiology department, it would take me forever to pay it off because it's so expensive. So I'm doing this first because then I can get more income from these different departments, and then I'll be able to pay the radiology department quicker. But until then, we're just gonna have to go with this. So what's this? Corticosteroid injections. That sounds pretty bad. These don't say the discomfort level. Oh. So let's go with golfer's elbow. And it wants an ice wrap, which it shows the discomfort level, which is none, which is nice because we don't want to give him shots if he doesn't need it. So we'll give him ice wrap, see if that works. If he still has symptoms and it pops back up again, we'll give him the shots. All right, I just got $20,000 grant, so great. And that was the end of day 1. All right, I need to hire a janitor before I forget, actually. And I'd like to hire them for the night shift. So, well, actually, this girl, she's got early bird, she's got fast, she comes during the daytime. The sad part is radiology department makes you no income. Yeah, that is sad. It makes no income. And I'm realizing that your chat got cut off, so let me bring that up just a little bit more. There. Well, that's the trouble with streaming with a new game, is you have to like figure out how all that stuff fits without blocking too much of the game. I can't wait to get an actual border and outline stuff set up. Same with the ICU department. Oh, really? ICU doesn't make any money either? I have not done anything with the ICU. I did hospitalization for the surgery and the ER, but I, for some reason, forgot to add the ICU. And patients kept collapsing. I'm like, I already have a ward. I have a trauma unit. Why don't they just go there? Why do they need the ICU? Like, I didn't understand. And then I'm like, oh, I missed that tab. And I felt so stupid. Alright, so let's finish this lab. We need a fridge, lab shelf, a printer, whatever this thing is, lab sink. We need computers, a trash bin, and a chair. Oh. Hey, thanks for following, man. Appreciate it. Alright, what was I doing? Oh, this is the surgical one. So I have to get, alright, so let's see if we can find a good lab tech. Advanced Biochemistry and USG. I have no idea what the USG is. I think that's something for the surgical hospitalization, maybe? I can't remember. But I don't think we need it yet. So let's go with the advanced biochemistry. That's probably going to be helpful for laboratory tests, which is what it says. So that's probably what we're going to need. Let's see, who's got the best? He's got 3 perks. He's got resistance. This one up here's a 3-star. Hard worker, but he doesn't have the biochemistry though. And she's got a long, and these two got a long commute. Which long commutes are okay. I'm gonna go with him because he's got more prestige. He's got a long commute. He's got 2 hidden perks. Maybe they'll be good ones if I'm lucky. And if they're not, I can always trade him out for another one later. Alright, so we got that finished. Let's finish this other lab, and then we can get another 20 grand. I don't think this one requires as many items, which is nice. Okay, sample fridge. Same with, oh yeah, same message as before. PCs. It took me a while to figure out that you can have multiple people working in the same lab. Like, you just add more computers. I did not realize that, and I had to, like, make separate second and third labs to hire another person. I'm like, this is so inconvenient. And then I realized it when I did one of the actual playthroughs. Like, all, like, the pre-made maps. I really wish I could easily change clinic hours, too. Yes, I really wish you could, especially for the ER, because most ERs that I know of are open 24/7. That's the whole point of an ER. So I really don't like them having clinical hours for that. Maybe in later on versions of the game they'll change it. Alright, so is this lab ready? Wait. What lab is that? Oh. Gosh dang it. I put the wrong lab in. Whoops. I need the floor plan. Need to remove that and then put this one in. You can change them now, but you have to do file editing to change. Oh, really? I might actually look into that. I did not know that. I noticed that the save games are saved as an XML file. So if he follows that same strategy for the rest of the game, then it shouldn't be that hard to edit it, I guess. So for internal medicine, what would I use? Or what would I be looking for my lab techs? Are you familiar with that? Because I never did figure that out. Like, cardiology is for the cardiology department. That makes sense. The neurology is for neurology department. But I'm not sure what you're looking for. What you look for in a lab tech with this. I think I'm gonna re-roll. Most lab is biochemistry. Okay, that's what I thought. And I don't have any bio. I'm gonna re-roll and hope I get some bio. There we go. We got 2 advanced biochemistries. Okay. So we got a 3-star. Oh, he's a parent, and that's a parent. Ah, oh, dang. I don't like the parents. That's okay. I don't think we have a very high demand yet, so I think that'll be okay. And the rest area is literally just behind him, so he should be fine. If it was a doctor, he'd have more of a commute. Alright, so we've got that unlocked. We got 60 grand just from doing that, so let's unlock our next departments. I can feel my body shaking from my surgery still. Apparently my body's still in shock from having it organ removed. Although luckily for me, my surgery was on Monday last week, and I don't even need pain meds anymore. Like I'm pretty much doing pretty well right now, which I never imagined that I'd get that well that quickly. So let's try this. This one is the one I think that requires that funky table and computer thingy. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and extend this. But yeah, I don't know if he was here when I started the video, but I had my entire colon removed. I have ulcerative colitis. So if I can ever get an ulcerative colitis patient in here, I'm going to name him John Duke, which is my real life name as well as my streamer name. But like, I've had ulcerative colitis severely for 2 years. Medication has not helped it at all, and my colon was so scarred that it would never heal. So I had to have it removed, and it's not too fun. I had to get a colostomy bag, which isn't so bad. It's weird, it's disgusting, and I don't know if I'll get used to it for a while or not, but I'm sure I'll eventually get used to it. Did I screw something up? No, I didn't. Okay. I just gotta be smart when I remove these walls. Actually, no, I needed that wall there. What am I doing? Alright, so I need the restricted access doors. I'm trying to actually get them to swing the right way too. Oh, I didn't extend the wall far enough. Trying to get the doors to swing the right way so they don't swing out into the hallway. That's something that I didn't really put as much time into as I should have last time. I don't know if I did that one right. I'm just going to go ahead and redo it. Alright. Oh, I needed to make these functional. Alright, so these need removed. I'm gonna keep the plant in the room, but I gotta remove these chairs and that table, or that chair and that table, because this requires that funky setup. Which I think one of my doctors that I went to, I was in a waiting room once that had this kind of machine set up where they had like the two tables or the two chairs next to the table with a thing. So I might have been to a office with one of those in it before. I just can't think what they're called. EMG. Electromyograph is used to measure electrical signals in muscles. I don't think I've ever had that done before, but I think I've seen machines set up kind of like that. The general practitioner office that I go to, their computer that they use is kind of like the ones that they have in the surgical labs in here. It's just on a stand that you move around. But they have an arm that's fixed to the wall, and it swings out from the wall. But everything else is kind of like, it's built like the ones that they have on the lab that move around. But these clinical offices are exact replicas, or at least as much as I could get, to how my doctor's office is set up. The one thing that's different is it's a mirrored version, because his examining table is on the opposite side of the room. So it's basically a mirror, just because I had to put the operating table, or the examining table like that, because the access points on it. Oh, are these usable yet? Are these usable now? I didn't. Yeah. Alright, so let's open this department. Let's see. He comes with orthopedic surgery. Oh, it's level 5. Let's go with that for sure. Let's make them chair. I don't think I made a chair for the rest of them, did I? Oh, I did. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I try to higher level 4s and higher to keep prestige up. This one's got some good perks. So I'm going to go with this one. And so it's level 3. It's got 3 perks. Oh, this has got some good perks. It's got a long commute, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. I'm not sure how often they come late. But we got 2 other doctors to, take over for it, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Alright, we need to add a waiting room for this section as well. Alright, let's accept the insurance. Alright. Oh, we need a receptionist as well. One available, so I'll just take it. Whatever she's got. Which is hidden. Alright. How much money we got left? 36 grand? Do I want to go ahead and extend the next section? Oh, wait, let's get the lab finished. If we keep this rate up, we'll actually be able to get the radiology department within like a week or a couple days. This is going very well. This one does not require as much stuff. So for the sake of ease, I'm going to build this one a little bit different. Why is that orange? I'm not sure why that's orange. It shouldn't be, and it works. That works. There. Biohazard bin. Or trash bin, whatever. Alright, so now I got room for 2 computers over here, and they're out of the way. So it just looks nicer in there, and we don't need this table, so let's get rid of this table. Actually, no, I'm going to keep the table. I got a spot for it. I forgot I had this table in the blueprint. Basically, if I have an extra table, I just stick them in here with the receptionists, and then if I have to move items, like objects, to like move the table that's underneath, I'll just throw the item on there, and then I'll move the table and then throw it back. So it can be convenient later. And I'm sure that, reception office probably has something like that. But I like this system because I have all the receptions right there at the front. And then later on, what I'll probably do is take out this section and see if I can get an elevator to fit. I'm not sure if an elevator would fit there or not. Oh, it would. Oh, that's awesome. It fits in there perfectly, actually. I totally designed it that way. I actually didn't think about the elevator, but I can put the elevator there, and then that way you have access to every floor from there. I'll probably just build it all one level, though, at first, and then, work my way up as I run out of room. Okay, so what do we got going on? We've got, we got to hire someone. Advanced, this is for orthopedics. I don't think the orthopedics was an option. I think it was just the last 2, so I don't think we need that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with biochemistry. No, it doesn't show up. Okay. So we'll go with biochemistry on that. So we've got a good. This isn't even the first day isn't even technically over yet, and we've got a good setup built. So let's get the general. Gosh dang it, I still feel so shaky, it's driving me nuts. I wonder how long it's supposed to last for. I'm not allowed to have certain foods for the next 4 to 6 weeks, which kind of sucks. But it's not too bad. And we were going to add the cardiology department. So let's add that in. Oh, this only needs 1 item. That's pretty nice. Cheap office. Don't even really need those 3 tables, but I'll just leave them there anyway. Why not? They're already there, it's not going to hurt anything. Alright, what else are we missing? We gotta get the receptionist hired. One receptionist option, okay. Let's see, we got 3 level 4s. Only one of them's decent, because the other ones have got slow, and one of them's got drinking. And I don't want slow, because I've only got 3 offices going, so I don't want my patients getting backed up. Now they're all slow, so let's re-roll and see what we get. Long commute, family. Oh, that one's not bad. Resistance and 2 hidden perks. This has got advanced diagnostics, and that one's got cardiology. Or cardiosurgery, yeah. Which is what this one is? Yeah, cardiosurgery. So I'm going to go with this guy, and he's a gamer. You can't go wrong with gamers. Oh, what have we got missing? A waiting room. Alright, so let's add our waiting room in. I don't think this one has many chairs in it. Sadly. I'll actually end up moving these waiting rooms to the other side later, when I get to the very end of the map. But I'm just having them sitting in here for now. The only ones that are going to stay in here are probably the ER, the X-ray, and surgery, and maybe internal. The rest of them are going to be moved. Alright, so what's we got? We got 8 grand left. Oh, I need a lab for that section that I just added, don't I? Yes, I need a lab. So, to make the lab, I'm going to have to extend it out this way. I don't think I've got enough, actually. I got to take it out to 12. Yeah, that's going to take all that I have left. So I'm not going to mess around with it. Gosh dang it. Oh, well, I'll just leave it. I'll need that section later. Let's plumb the walls in. Yeah. Plumb the walls in, get that taken care of. We need the restricted access doors there. And I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and make the little hole in the wall right here. That way I remember and align it up and I don't mess that up. When I tested this the first time, I messed it up and I put the opposite. I made two hallways instead. So I had it too far over to the edge, and it worked, but it wasn't the way I wanted it. Oh, we need walls for the lab sections too. Oh, whoops. And this is going to be a hallway, so I might as well just take that wall all the way down. And then this is going to be an exterior wall. So look at that. Oh, what does it actually look like with all the walls set up? Looks pretty good, I guess. All right, let's get it going. And I'll skip through the night. Oh, I need to hire some more janitors, actually. I'll eventually move the janitor closet, or at least I'll make another one on the other side. So it's a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's hire some more janitors for day shift. She's fast. She's late, but she's fast. Oh, the other one wasn't fast, it was an early bird. Fast but late commute, that's fine. And fast and late commute. There's no point in them getting here bright and early because the floor is going to probably be clean by then. We haven't had any patients go through, so let's send them out. I know that by doing that, I have to pay them for the full day now, but I'm okay with that. Oh, let's actually get the flooring tile laid down. Oh, whoops. Flooring tile would be nice to add. And then we don't need to add the floors for that because that'll get filled in. Let's use like the brown checkered pattern for the labs. And then we'll use this peach looking thing. Red? No. No, I'll use yellow. It's like a yellow peach colored. Let's go with that one for the break rooms. Just to change it up so it's not all the same stuff. Oh, and this needs done too. So let's do the lab, and then the break room, and the janitor's closet. What should we do for the janitor's closet? I think I'm just gonna do the same as the lab. Tile flooring, clean up messes easier that way, kind of thing. Are all the floors laid down now? Looks like it. Alright. Press play. We've only got one department missing now for patient care or whatever. Oh, did I accept all the insurances? Yes. Okay. Skip through the night because there's no point in waiting. Usually I'll have my janitors work at night. Employee got drunk. Great. Well, we'll worry about the drunk employee in the morning. What's my prestige at? 68%. Let's see if it goes up or down now that we have all these departments. I'm not sure how it's going to be because we just made a massive change. We have a lot of doctors. I'd hope that we're rocking at least 4 stars, since most of my doctors that I've hired are 4 stars or higher. Oh, skip the morning. I don't know why I got turned off. There we go. It's like so bright, it's like burning my eyes now. Usually my f.lux program I got running usually does pretty good at dimming it for me at night. Incorrect diagnosis. Okay. Corticosteroids is what was treating her for, so she's not got that. We don't have anything to really be able to use it. Oh, we got some lab equipment, so let's test her with some lab equipment. And then we'll see how it goes from there. We must not have had the lab equipment yesterday when she was here. I just realized I built all those labs offset from where they're supposed to be. Alright, so he does have diabetes, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and get him tested for it, and then we'll go ahead and issue insulin therapy. That way he can be 100% sure of it, since we got lab testing now. Maybe that'll help confirm it. I gotta delete those labs and rebuild them. That makes me so mad. Maybe what I should do is lay out the hallways first and then lay the stuff in afterwards. Alright, what has she got? Ankle contusion. Easy. There you go. Take it. Go. Alright, what's he got? Shift fracture. I don't know what this is, but we can treat it, so let's say that's what it is. This has got a 35% chance, so I'm going to go with this. Oh, I can't treat that. Okay. Two of these, in particular, both have the same treatment. So I'm going to go with that one. I have 2/3 of a chance of being right. And we can't treat the other thing anyway, so I don't want to have to send him to another hospital. I want to see if I can treat him here. I wish there was like a massive pick up and move option for that lab equipment. Because I got to rebuild all those labs. Alright, go to. What's going on? Chest contusion. I'll go with that. Whoops. Alright, what's this guy got? Arm contusion and... Oh, nice wraps. Oops. There we go. Hopefully we got to him in time. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready. I basically just pick up all those items and move them by 2 blocks. I'll do that off camera though, between episodes. Which, speaking of which, I'm going to be ending this one here soon because it's been an hour. So I'll end up ending this episode. I'll probably fix that and then I'll start the next episode shortly after. We really, really need our radiology department. I'm gonna 50-50 chance either way, so I'm just picking that one. At the end of this day, I will pause it, fix that. I'll use the extra money that we've got raking in, and I'll, at the beginning of the next episode, we'll go ahead and start building the next department and start moving on from there. Chest contusion. Let's go to that. Alright, what's Michael Taylor got? Thrombotitis. Thrombosis, whatever it is. Let's go with that. Actually, no, I should probably pick whatever has the most. Whatever has the most of the same. Numbing ointment is a good pick. Wait, why is this not available? There it is. Numbing ointment gets, I think, 3 or 4 of the possibilities that he had. Clinic over? Alright. Clinic's over, so I'm going to call the episode here, and I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move those labs down to where they're supposed to be, and then I'll probably take like 5 minutes, or less. And then I'll be back up, and we'll get to the next episode, and we'll start building with the new money that we've got raking in. We got 34 grand, so we got enough to make another lab, and add the final section, and then add the lab for that, I believe, because I think the new one's missing the lab. So we can get to that. Plus, I'll probably extend the ER section too, because we're going to start getting more and more patients, I think. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back in a very short time. Thank you, and bye-bye.